delighted to welcome our last speaker of the day, by no means the least speaker of the day. And what a way to finish. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to welcome today Nigel Risner. Nigel, fantastic to see you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for allowing me to be part of this wonderful day. I mean, I'm glad to be closing in a way to give people some energy, to give people a bit of a motivational boost, and to put a bit of humor into a difficult subject over a difficult period. But at some point we need to move on, and however much we don't like to say this, but we need to prevail with a bit of humor. And so I'm going to do a very fast 3-day presentation in 21 minutes. I'll put you on the spot, and you'll then see why most people only need to book me for 21 minutes, because you don't need 3 hours, 3 days to get over a very simple message. And the message really today is, how are we going to become a champion in these times continuing forward? And in my humble opinion, there's only 8 ways to become a champion. And the first way is massive character. And your character, how you've acted over the last 8-10 weeks, is going to show up and be remembered. And your character is actually who you are, and your reputation is who people think you are. So as we've seen over the last 8-10 weeks, especially with governing and ministers all over the world, some people's characters really shone through. The Prime Minister of New Zealand, for example, she has just elevated herself, shown what type of leader she is. And there are some others, and I'm not going to mention any names, who really haven't shown their true character, and it's going to get remembered for a very long time. And then we look at what I call the heart. And the heart's the biggest thing for me, because what you need to do is give people a piece of your heart more than give people a piece of your mind. And when people understand that your heart and your vulnerability is so important right now, that I was working with a large organization a couple of months ago, literally the day before lockdown. And I said to the CEO, when was the last time you gave your staff a good listening to more than a good talking to? And the whole audience just collapsed, because this was a guy who just led by control and fear. And I think more than ever, as people come back into the workplace, and we've seen that the likes of Primark and Foot Locker and all these stores have opened today, at the close of business today, the staff need to be listened to about how they feel, because they're just as nervous as everyone else.